Hi collective, this is Miracle Exist Tarot channel, and today I will give you some blackout messages, a download about Divine Feminine again. And I got actually many downloads, so I will put up 2 or 3 blackout message. These are intuitive messages that I got from the source. Many tarot reader does that. Actually, intuitive tarot reader does that. So you don't like blackout messages, just keep it and come back on tarot reading messages, okay? This message, what I want to give, has really touched me. Because I know what is this Divine Feminine is going through, okay? I think many of us can feel this pain because this message might be not even for one or a few Divine Feminine, but many of us. And when you are Divine Feminine, you have an empathic path. You have an empathic part, and that's mean when you are empathic, you can see in men the dark side, but still you can fall in love with this man. In spite of that, other women, when they see a dark side in a man, they take it as a red flag, so they move on to another man who did healing on themselves. Or just some of the karmic women play with men like that until they get what they want. Us empaths, we are incapable to do that because we want to heal, we want to help, we want to just help them to get out of that darkness. But the problem is that, as some Greek philosopher said, if somebody does not want to heal, you just can't heal that person. And us empaths, until we don't realize how to use our power and how to control our emotions and how to not to fall in love with every human soul where we see a tiny bit of light, because that is our, especially if you are starseed or an earth angel, what's the problem is that you look into in a soul. When you look into in the eyes of a human person, human being, usually you have a kind of map of their soul. And you see human souls like Source and God sees in its beauty. Because each of us, each human soul is a miracle. And each human soul has its beauty. So the problem with earth angels and starseeds, they have this capacity that when they are empathic, they look into the eyes of a person and they can see their soul. And they see their soul as God or Source sees them. So for these empathic people, it's not just Divine Feminine, but Divine Masculine also. It's very easy to fall in love for them. It's not because they are a prostitute. It's not because they very easily get involved sexually with people. No, it's not that. They see human soul differently than other humans, because they see the value of that human soul, the potential, what they could become. Exactly, earth angels and light beings and starseed, when they look into the eyes of a person, they see their soul, they see that soul exactly like God, like Source sees them. The potential in it, their destiny that they're supposed to fill up, their gifts. their sensitivity, their pain, all the shit they've been through. And when they see the darkness, they don't see the darkness, they see what caused that darkness to come into their soul. So I'm not saying these people or these divine feminine pity these men, because it's not that. They fall in love with the potential that how much better they could become and how powerful they could become. But unfortunately, as empaths, we do not understand at the beginning of our journey that man who does not want to heal, you can love, honey, as much as you want a man like that. It won't change that person. Only thing what will happen, they will get addicted to your divine energy. And this divine feminine, I got a download. That's what happened. Again and again and again. And now this divine feminine, she has a bunch of men. And the girlfriend's wife of this man who's after this poor woman. Oh, poor divine feminine. And everybody's hating on her because actually what did she do actually to these people? Does these people really think about if this divine feminine went to their house and hurt their children or hurt their husband or hurt them or their family? Because when they really think about it, they can't say that this divine feminine hurted them. This divine feminine went hermit mode and locked these people out of her life when she realized the toxicity of the situation and that these people wanted just total control over her life. And these people got upset that this divine feminine dared to take back the power over her life and dared to say no to them. So for me, this is a pervert narcissistic trait, and I don't care how much these people get upset what I'm saying. Honey, this divine feminine never ever hurt you or your children. And when you examine the situation, the only person who hurt somebody is this group of people who can't just stop plotting against this divine feminine. This divine feminine wants to move on and have a normal life, and they don't want. What is evilness if not making somebody to live in poverty, to be destroyed, to be sickness, to lose her children, lose her stability? This is evil, fucking evil. So when you have a portal like 1111 and you could manifest good things for your children, you could manifest good things with your husband in your relationship, you could manifest good things in your finances, in your life, and what you do is trying to manifest the destruction of this divine feminine, that you really think that you are mentally stable doing that? This divine feminine is really sensitive for human souls. And she knows that now. She knows that that's where she can fall because people are deceptive and taking advantage of that. And it's for every empathic person who is divine. Most of these divine feminine has gifts to heal these people. They might didn't develop it fully, but they have gifts to heal them. And all they do, these people, to come in, take advantage of her love, and after telling bullshit about her and pulling her down and destroying her finances, her children, her family, her marriage, or whatever they can just reach. And after they justify themselves for making up lies about her, that she's a prostitute, she's this and she's that. What is funny, it's usually people, for example, if they say about the divine feminine is a prostitute, these people who saying they had hundreds and hundreds of lovers, Why divine feminine had just a few. So you understand that it's just a ridiculous thing, and you might can take humans with your lies. Your ancestors are hearing what you're saying. Your spirit guides are hearing. Those spirit guides who's been with you from your birth and know exactly how many men you have slept or how many women. And you dare to judge this divine feminine sleeping with 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 men in all of her life while you slept with hundreds of them? Well, you can fool humans around you, but you can't fool God, universe, source. You can't fool your spirit guides and your ancestors who knows exactly who you are. When you were sitting in your lovely house comfortably, and some of you doesn't even work, having a comfortable life, you could eat whatever you wanted, you could pay easily your bills, you could feed your children easily, and you were laughing when the divine feminine was in a dark night of the soul, and she could not pay her bills, she could not eat, she lost her children, she lost everything, and you were laughing on her. And now that she worked really hard, more hard than you or anyone else around her, to get out of the shit, and souls backed her up, but it was not a gift, it was not a luck, it was not a chance. She worked fucking hard for it. And now you say, no, she can't have a good life. She has to go back to poverty. She could not have received her children. So you're trying to create again and again the shit about her, that she's a prostitute, that she's all kind of lies again about her. Try to get her in prison, lying to the police, lying to the social service that she would never ever get back her kids. Maybe her ex giving you money for that. Well, if this earth angel doesn't have kids or light worker, you lie on her work, or you lie on her relationship, or you lie on whatever you want. Especially if you know there is a divine masculine who wants to be with her. That's sure you want to destroy that. So honey, who is the evil? Who is the prostitute? Who is the nasty one? It's not the divine feminine. After the divine feminine dared to say no, turn away from this group of shitty people, and then people get upset. How dare she? Anyway, it doesn't matter whatever she does. It will be always a problem for these people. It will be always a problem for these people. A group of men who's playing with her heart because they know she's empath. So coming in and fuck her up again and again and again, and laughing on her. And now that this group of men, many of them has AIDS, they are pissed off with her when she has nothing to do with that, of course. Everybody's fucking blaming this divine feminine, and everybody wants to destroy this divine feminine. Everybody thinks it's her fault. For what? Because she is an empath, because she saw the potential in everybody and dared to love everybody and give her best to everybody. And when she withdrew herself, everybody got upset that they can't exploit her anymore. That is her sin. That she withdrew herself from people, and people get upset that they can't continue control her and exploit her. And when there is so many exploited her, and spiritually, physically, emotionally, in every area of financially, every area of her life, they practically bullying her. And she can't take it anymore, and she gets pissed off after they say, blah, you see, she is evil. Because she dared to be angry. She dared to say something. This human would never ever tolerate all the shit she had to go through, even for 1 hour. All this accusation, all the shit, because they have no proof at all. They are all lies, manipulations, and accusations against her. But when she says the truth, she's full. She's crazy. She's accusing people. These people do not realize in spiritual realms, there are angels, there are universe, there are spirit guides, there are ancestors, there are these elements, there are many, there is Gaia, there is so many spirituality, and they were present when things happened. They know the truth. So I don't care how this group of people try to alter the reality, try to alter the truth, that finally this divine feminine would go down. And a spiritual realm, everybody knows the truth, what you done in the dark, what you think nobody's seen and nobody knows. And you accuse a divine feminine with, and you make yourself look like an innocent victim of the divine feminine. She never ever hurt you. I know that people say there is the Matrix and there is the agent of the Matrix and all kind of shit. But when you bully a divine being, a divine feminine, at this level, and you still don't stop after 2 or 3 years, just because this divine feminine try to work, try to make money, try to actually live normally, because you want her to be a prostitute, you want her to be on a street, you want her in poverty, you want her to suffer because she has no right to her children because of your lies? What you lie to the social service? And she's coming out of all this shit. And you're pissed off. You want to push her back. After 2, 3, 4 years, you're still working on. So what do you expect? Honestly, what do you expect? What will Source God and Universe will do with you? With all this shitty negative energy? How far do you want to go? Because even if you would take this divine feminine down, you would not stop there. You would look for another one. You would look for another innocent person, and it would go on and on and on. But you know, there is one problem with this divine feminine, because this is not a karmic one. And God and Universe and Source loves this divine feminine. So many years this divine feminine asked Source to not to hurt these people, because she had love for these people. But now she can't take it anymore. What is enough is enough. So ancestors, spirit guides, archangels, angels are removed. Spiritual justice, karma is coming down, and people do not tolerate it. They hate up more and more on divine feminine. Of course, what else would they do? Honestly, even when a divine feminine did nothing, they hated her. So what do you expect now? That she's actually asking for justice? Because after fucking 3-4 years, she's fucking fed up with this situation. The humiliations, the lies, there is no even one fucking minute of her private life that was not exposed in public, manipulated, retouched, photoshopped, whatever, by her enemies. Just to ruin her fucking intimacy, her reputation, her character. Fuck you, for that you should go to prison. And you know that really well. But it was funny when you did that. You would commit suicide if someone would do that to you. But that's what you wanted, isn't it? So she commits suicide. What does it make you? It does make you evil. I'm sorry, that is the truth. Why the fuck do you care who is she is in love with, who she sleeps with, what kind of private, intimate life he or she has with her boyfriend? It's not your business. After exposing things and saying that she's a prostitute, she's selling this and this on the internet, where is the fucking proof? I'm not talking of the proof what you created. When you're selling your photos and videos on internet and you fake the name on it. I'm not talking about that. Because Divine Feminine never ever done that. If she would have done that, she would have never ever had any financial difficulties in her life, like you had. Unbelievable. So nowadays, source is really frapping on these people. And many of them dying. After they get pissed off with me because I say people will die, honey, it's in a field, okay? It's in a field. What do you want me to read? This is your energy. All the shit what you did against a divine being, and you still don't give up, and you expect to stay alive. Are you serious? After hundreds of death spell, sick spell on her and her children. Paying prostitute men to come in and fuck her up. To play with her heart, with her love, because that's give you joy. And you really think the source will let that happen just like that? I just don't know what to say. Just really don't know what to say, because when a hate is so strong, I know many of us who's awakened went through this. But this is unrealistic with the Divine Feminine. It's been almost 4 years and it does not stop. It does not stop. It does not stop. It started with a few people, and after it went up for hundreds of people, and now it's divided because some people start having doubt, but the other ones try to convince the one who are in doubt, so they have to continue destroy this divine being. Why? Why this one person person hurts hundreds of them. Why? With what? You took everything away from her. You destroyed her. You took her children. You took her husband. You took her marriage. You took her finances. You fucked her up hundreds of times. You took her dignity. You took her reputation. You ruined her character. And it's still everything her fault, when she never ever did anything like that to you. Only told the truth. And even that she told the truth without names. Well, honey, I don't know what to say for this. That few boyfriends she had, 2 or 3, they all obsessed with her. I'm not even talking about the men who say they slept with her when she doesn't even know this man and never ever seen them. All the shit, plotting to drug her, coming in, raping her, filming like she was a prostitute. All the shit. For what? So you could say to people, you were right. When an entire spiritual realm knows you're a fucking liar. And an evil person. Oh God, I just, honestly, these people should get a life. Because they don't have any. I just, what I can see, so many of them has like practically an obsession on this divine feminine to destroy her. And it's not end yet. Divine feminine, you have to hold on. Because it will change. They try to delay this change. They try to destroy it so it would never happen. It's been more than 2 years they're delaying it. Okay? More than 2 years. And spirit had enough. Divine feminine had enough. So things will change now. And if these people try to stop this change, they will be all taken out. So your only chance is move away from the change that divine feminine has to receive. And she has to receive her blessings for all the horrible things she had to go through because of your lies. And if you step into the path of divine feminine, spirit will take you out. I can see many accidents. I can see many sicknesses. I can see even fights between each other, and it's finishing really badly that somebody dies. All kind of shitty things. What do you expect? You can't go on forever hurting this woman. It's impossible. You've done enough. More than enough. And these men who are obsessed with this woman, it's unbelievable. And after, there are the other women who are obsessed with the man who's obsessed with the divine feminine. And after these women get pissed off with the divine feminine, I'm telling this woman, what did this divine feminine do to you? She does not communicate with your man. She does not sleep with your man. She does not do anything with your man. She actually give a fucking shit about your man. So why are you attacking her? Why are you lying on her? Why are you manipulating legal system, financial system, the financial help system, the tax and all shit things against her? social security, child protection, whatever. She gives a fucking shit about your man. She does not want your man. Do you understand? You can keep your man. And if your man does not love you and want to leave and tell you they're leaving because of this woman, it's a lie. It's an excuse. It's because he hates this woman, because this woman doesn't want to be with him. So he wants you to attack this woman because he wants you to carry this karma, not him. So he's turning all of his women against this divine feminine. So it's not him who will receive the karma, but this woman for hurting this woman, this divine feminine. Do you understand what this guy is doing? Who do you love? Well, honey, it's not him, the victim, but the divine feminine. She never, ever wanted your man. Never. It's a manipulation. The people around her. You can keep your man because she doesn't want him. Keep him. Please do keep him. And forget about this divine feminine. Why are you fucked up? Because of you're just fucking angry. Or I can feel the energy of hate, the jealousy, the envy, the anger, that it's not right, it's not just. How do you know? You know nothing about her life. You know the lies what your ex, your man told you, and people who hate this divine feminine. You know only the lies and the manipulations about her. You look into her future, you do tarot reading on her, and you're pissed off all the blessing coming into her life. Honey, you should know that somebody who get blessings like that, they don't get it for nothing. They go through shit. They go through the dark night of the soul and really difficult things in their life, so they could deserve that. This is the law of karma. Do you understand? She was sweating fucking blood to clear up her karma while you were having fun with your lovers on the side of your husband. You have no right to judge somebody and take what is hers. You have no right just traumatize somebody because in your head you imagine that she's with your husband. Well, she hates your husband. She gives a shit about your husband. And your husband lied because your husband never ever slept with her and had nothing with her. I don't understand these men. Why are they lying? Why are they lying about this divine feminine? There was a cow spell done by Libra woman and a Gemini woman. And also I can say Scorpio woman. Also maybe there's Taurus in their chart. Sagittarius and Leo. And these women hate on this for some reason, on this divine feminine. They did lots of chaos spell, lots of esoteric manipulation, energetic manipulation. So the people around this divine feminine see her like that. These spells, these spiritual works are breaking. They're coming to end. You can redo it again and again, because I can even see a fucking covenant of witches who does esoteric manipulation on her every day. But I don't understand, how can people think they can get away with this? How? Well, Divine Feminine, if you listen to me, hold on, because Spirit will fix everything and balance this out, okay? Even if they really fuck you up and from time to time you make errors and you get pissed off or you fall for shit asshole men who were sent to destroy you, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter, because Source knows what's going on. And you will get that they can't stop this. They can't stop your blessing. They can't steal it. They can't steal your destiny. Even if they would, Source will give you another destiny that is much better than the previous one. And they will be pissed off. Because even if they would steal your destiny when they will be on a top, they will realize that shit, that they are not happy with it. They are not happy with it. You should not focus on this man and this woman, okay? Divine Feminine. You should focus on Source. You should focus on your own healing, continuously healing. And you should talk about your healing. You should talk about love of God, love of universe. And, well, if the Source wants you to talk about what is on the field, about these people's energy, you have to. You don't have a choice. You have to. After they will attack you more and more, believe the Source will fix this. Source will fix this. When you accuse somebody of being a prostitute, selling naked photos and videos on internet, sleeping with everybody, when that person during 48, 50, 60 years or 30 years didn't sleep with more than a few persons that she can count on one hand, there is a serious problem there. There is a serious problem there. And it's the people who accuse her who has hundreds and hundreds of lovers in a few years. There is an imbalance, a spiritual imbalance there. Yeah, it doesn't matter because it will be balanced out. It will be balanced out. I just... the suffering these people has to go through, it's horrible. And I don't understand the stubbornness, why they insist on still destroying this Divine Feminine, because it won't get better if she is destroyed. The suffering will get worse and worse. And it's painful. The energy of this suffering, this karma is really fucking painful. I can feel it. So how bad it is really for the people who go through it. You have to stop doing evil shit. It's not because of the Divine Feminine. No, honey, it's for yourself. Stop doing your evil shit and get out of this energy. How do you want to get better? Tell me how. Even if you would kill the Divine Feminine, you really think your life will be better? Honey, yesterday we had the 1111 portal open. You know that people with cancer, with sickness that is incurable, okay? They got healings. You are crying like a baby that you have cancer or AIDS. You will die soon, so you will spend the rest of your life destroying Divine Feminine. Can you see the difference between you and a person who has gifts and use their gifts to heal themselves? Because miracles exist. Yes, they do. We can hear every day some people got healed from cancers when they were waiting for the death. Why not you? especially when you are spiritual and you can reach out to manifest on a day when their energy portals are open like that. And what you want to manifest is a destruction of the divine feminine. But are you serious, fucking hell? Are you serious? When you are sick physically and all you think how you can give your sickness to divine feminine and take her health, instead of going to this energy portal and manifest your own health. But you can't see how toxic you are. And that is not a problem, you are toxic, because almost every karmic person had a period of time in their life when they were toxic. It's happened to everybody. It's not nothing. It's not not something that you have to be ashamed of when you are karmic. What I'm saying, you can get out of this shit. And why I'm telling all this, that you recognize the reality, what is going on in your life. You're destroying yourself. Even if you would destroy the divine feminine that you want, it won't help you. And you won't feel better. You think you will feel better? No, you won't. I don't know what to say to these people. Because this energy comes back again and again and again. And I'm fed up reading it. Dawn, why are you coming here on this channel so I would read your energy? Excuse me. I have a hiccup. Why are you coming here and trying to spy on this divine feminine? Maybe because of my readings. I don't know. And this shitty energy. Why are you spending on your money on tarot readings, energy readings? What's gonna happen in the life of the divine feminine? Why don't you do a fucking tarot reading on your own life? And have a spiritual coaching, what you could do to change your own destiny, but not a spiritual coaching on the dark side when they tell you what rituals you can use to change her destiny with yours and her karma with yours. Honey, it will never ever work with an earth angel or a starseed. You have no understanding how much they are attached to universe and source. You can't touch these people, you like it or not. And if you do, there will be really harsh consequences that you have to take, and your children also. Because these are curses you make on yourself and on your generations and generations that will come after you. With your acts, with your spiritual works, you create curses on your own life and a life of your children and the children of your children. You have no idea that your spiritual behavior, how much they destructive for your soul. And you're not learning the lesson. Spirit is waiting when you wake up, when you will learn the lesson. You are afraid of prison, honey. No, you should be afraid of what's gonna happen with your soul. How you come out of this learning experience. You should learn about your karmic account. Because there is a karmic account, you know. And that is really imbalanced in your case. Because it's too much in a negative. You can ignore it. You can say you are a metaphysician, that you are so good at metaphysics that you erase your karma. Well, it's not erased. It's still there. You can imagine what you want with your mental. It does not change the fact that you have at least 30 life of bad karma. Because for 30 life, you are not fucking learning your lesson. You can be an alchemist. You can control the whole fucking universe in your head. Because you have a mental disease. It won't change the fact that you have at least 30 lives of bad karma. And stealing a good karma of somebody won't change that. Actually, it will accumulate it. And I don't care. I don't care. I know there are manipulations. I know that people do that. But I'm telling you, you just can't take a good karma of a divine person. No, you can't. You can't. Do you understand? The divine has a plan with this divine feminine. I'm not allowed to say it here, but it will happen really fast and people won't even notice it. And this karmic group won't be able to do anything against it. And there will be serious consequences on this karmic group. But I really don't wish to these people. I really don't. I really, really don't. When you have spiritual gifts and you use it for shit like that, instead you could build a wonderful life for yourself and your children, like a real empress or real emperor. And you're spending your energy destroying a divine being. That is, you must have a mental disease, honey. Because that is not normal. Yeah, I know some people think it's cool being a dark witch and doing dark shitty things like that. When it will backfire and destroy your life and the life of your children, please don't cry. Because that is the path what you chosen. That is a consequences of what you're doing. It won't hit you back in this lifetime until you do it on a karmic person. But in a moment, when you do on a divine being, a light worker, a divine feminine, a twin flame, a soulmate, or a high quality soulmate, or I don't know, a divine feminine or a divine masculine, it will fucking hit you back. Not the next lifetime, not in 50 years, honey, no, in 1 or 2 maximum. So don't complain. I'm fed up talking about this all the time. People do not understand that I'm telling the truth. They get pissed off. They say, oh, no, she's a witch, she's cursing us. No, honey, I don't need to curse you. You curse yourself. You do yourself with your lies, with your manipulations, with your dark shit, and with your act. You curse yourself and your children. When you pay practitioners who are desperate for money just to do death spells, or some player energies to come in playing a divine masculine to divine feminine to fuck up her life, to cause trauma, because that gives you pleasure. So you can ruin again her reputation in front of people. This is disgusting. Really fucking disgusting. But you will receive everything what you need to receive to heal from it. Because it's evident you have a trauma in this era. Spirit wants you to change. Spirit wants you to learn your lesson. That you should stop fucking up other people's life. But you don't willing to learn this lesson. So what do you want the Spirit to do? One day Spirit will say that's enough. I don't let you anymore to hurt my earth angel, my starseed, my twin flame, my light worker. So you coming out of this human experience and your life will end. The problem, you will come back on this earth It's the worst karma. And it repeats itself again, like a never-ending karmic cycle. Why just for 1 minute you fucking stop and think what you do? Think the consequences. And just not see things from envy, rage and hate and revenge. Revenge on a person who never ever hurt you. You just imagine they hurt you because they don't obey you anymore. Honey, if she would have hurt you like you hurt her, you would explode of anger and hate. I don't know what would happen to you, but you would not take it for 1 minute. The same thing what you have done to her would come to you. You would not tolerate it for 10 seconds even. But the problem, you still don't see it. Because even if it's happened to you, you blame this divine feminine for it. Again. Take responsibility for your act. Recognize when you do an esoteric manipulation, etheric manipulation, or metaphysic manipulation, honey, against somebody. It has a consequence. I don't care you believe in it or not, because normally these powers are given to change your own life, not others' life. To bring in good things into your life. But when you reach out and try to change other people's destiny, other people's blessings, other people's karma, that is a big mistake, because universe, source and God won't let that happen. You don't have that kind of power. Do you understand? Your divine power is only to change your own life, your own destiny, your own karma. You can clear up your own karma. You can create your own destiny what you want. But stealing other people's, honey, oh no, that is not the right thing to do, honey. And you know that really well, like I do. And somewhere inside your intuitions tell you that this is wrong. But no, you want to play the cool that you are a fucking dark witch, a dark spiritual worker, and you can do whatever you want because you are God. You will have a rude awakening one day. Because God, Spirit will show you, Source will show you that, yes, you are God on your own life, over your own life and over your own destiny, but not over universe, not over Source, and not over real God. Do you understand? You are a tiny human, and the wonderful things you can do is in your own life, not others. Spirit won't let that happen. When you do it for a karmic person, that bad karma will catch you next life or the life after. But when you do it on a divine person, it comes back very, very quickly, and you won't like it. I guarantee you, you won't like it. You can hide as you want your crimes. I'm telling you, one day they will come out. They will come out. Because when you lie to the police, lie to the judge, lie to your lawyers, lie to the psychologist, psychiatrist, because you are so fucking good at manipulating that even the psychiatrist can notice it, and you are fucking proud of it. Oh, one day the tower will come, honey. And I don't care how much you can play this manipulation, lying game, you will fall. And I'm not cursing you. It's in the ether. And if you don't believe me, go to other tarot readers, go to other spiritual workers, and ask them. Okay? Well, I know this message is not for everybody and many of you will hate it. One more reason to hate me and do shits on me, I give a fucking shit about. But I will put this message out because it has to be out. It has to be out. Because it's not normal at all what is going on with this divine feminine anymore. Even on a spiritual dark level, it's not normal. You can't abuse your power like that at this level. Do you understand? Universe will be so pissed off with you that you might even lose your spiritual gifts. Especially when you stole so many spiritual gifts from other divine feminine and masculine that were never yours and will be never yours. One day you will lose them because they are not yours. Simply, they are not yours. The future is not for this type of human, but for the human who will concentrate on a divine love and they will evolve towards the ascension. And little by little it will cause a kind of evolution because a part of the brain that is responsible for the ego. And I think that part needs to be evolué. In French we say that. But it needs to go through a certain mutation or evolution. So people stop being so fucking egoist. So this darkness, this evilness would disappear from them. But we have still a long way until it will happen. And until that, unfortunately, there will be egoistic, narcissistic, toxic, evil people out there who are psychopaths and sociopaths and bullying others who are divine. And that's why we have wars. That's why we have when economic collapse and all these shitty things that make people suffer. That's why. Because of these people who has this part of the brain that we call, that is responsible for this ego, that is overdeveloped, when it should actually become smaller and mutate and finally disappear. But it's not happening for many people, unfortunately. But the strangest things, you can cultivate this. You know, you can rewire your brain. You can change your brain. But it takes work. And you have to be honest with you. And you have to look into the spiritual mirror and see who you really are. And I'm telling you, none of us perfect. And even when we are awakened, we make mistakes. What counts really is to fix it. And fix it, and the other very important things, that you don't play with universe, God, and source. When you promise something, you promise from pure heart. Not from, what can I win from this situation? No. You experience presence of universe, source, God, that is so loving and caring and amazing, that I'm telling you, the only thing you want to do after is being divine and serve source and universe and God. When you don't have this intention, but in your head, what will it bring me if I serve universe, source and God? That there is something wrong with you. Do you understand? Because most of divine being doesn't even think about this. Does not even think about this. That there is a problem with narcissism or egoism and a very high toxicity. And you need to recognize that. And you know, when you have a garden and you have weed in it, you have to take it, and my garden is horrible. I had some health problem, actually. I'm not telling anything because I have enemies on these channels. I just can't manage to get it fixed. Excuse me. But before, I had many times my gardens wherever I lived, and even a nice terrace or balcony. I had wonderful plants. And when you have what is it called, weeds in it, you have to take it out so the beneficial plant would grow. And it's the same thing with your soul. It's the same thing with your soul. And when you take the weeds out, is when you see yourself that this is a toxic behavior, this is a trauma I have to heal from, this is toxic, I have to heal from this, I have to change this, I have to rewire my brain, I have to purify my heart, I have to get rid of this entity. But for that, you need to recognize there is a problem with you, not other people. Do you understand? And this Divine Feminine went through that. Actually, that was her problem, because she saw nothing else but her errors. And people said, yes, it's your fault, it's your fault. So at the end, the poor woman even thought the things that is her error, that was not her error at all, but people around her. But that's what pervert, narcissistic, toxic people do. Blame their error on a Divine Feminine when she never ever committed them. And because she's fucking empathic and always do reflection on herself, she thought, yes, everything is my fault. That's what they were projecting on her. So you know what you need to do. I'm fed up talking about this, because it's always the same type of people watching me, especially this type of reading. And I'm talking about spiritual truth here. And they don't listen. There's so little of them who listen, but not too much. And after they come back again and again on my channel, and they get pissed off when they get a reading what they don't like. Okay? Don't keep on plotting on this Divine Feminine, because you will make worse your situation, and top of that you will give spiritualities to your children. Do you understand? What you need to do is stop, look into the spiritual mirror, and start fixing yourself. Because one lifetime, once, you will have to do it, honey. The earlier you will do, the better it will be. Okay? Because the more blessed you will be. Well, this is the reading right now. Thank you for listening. And if you would press the like button and subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate that.